Good Monday morning in Mexico. I'm Chad Brummett. It is August 19th, 2019.
And I'm Alexis Romero. Good morning. This is New Mexico Living.
We have got a very packed house today. Even our general manager came and he's like, my goodness, we had a lot of people here today.
We do.
Let's hop over to our Macy's green room, take a look at some of our guests. Where did they go? Oh, they're all over here. They're on this side.
Don't lie
I know.
everybody.
They're all standing over here. They're all standing next to us. Anyway, we have got a number of models in studio from Macy's talking about some of the fall fashion, some of the gala events. I mean, 'tis the season for events.
Yes,
it's going to start up. So
I'm excited about this one today.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, take notes. Take a lot of notes. They'll tell you what you can get. And of course, we'll also talk about the personal like dressing service and fashion service that they have, Dara Romero over there. She does a great job helping people put looks together, so we'll find out how she can help you with that as well. We also got to talk a little bit about the Comic Expo in the books, the first one in the books. We were out there yesterday along with our local guide, Sarah Rose, and this was the first like Comic Expo. This wasn't Comic Con, this Comic Expo. This is the first of the kind for me, though.
Same for me.
Yeah.
I had
What'd you
never.
think?
I thought it was great. I mean, it was packed with every kind of fun comic and
Here's your boy. Here's your boy.
there he is.
There's
I
the
am
reason
actually,
Alexis went right
I am
there.
getting a better look at him now than I got at the Comic Expo. It was so packed around him, but believe me, you knew when he came out, the crowd cheered.
Yeah, we were like in a different part of the floor. And he came out, and we were like, we were gonna like, oh, okay, well, this is fun. We're gonna go grab a bite to eat or whatever, hang out, and then all of us like, you hear the crowd, and then all of us were like, it's got to be Momoa, because he was a little delayed getting here.
He was, he was, but
as happens.
But the crowd erupted, the antennas went up, and I went to go see if I could see Aquaman.
Yes, we saw him from a distance,
from a very far distance,
doing one of these deals.
I did see him.
I was excited to meet the guys from The Walking Dead.
And that was cool. They were all so nice. They were so nice. Sorry, guys, I have not gotten on the Walking Dead train, but the guys were amazing. They were the sweetest, down to earth. It was super fun, and I was very excited to meet Elijah Wood.
Yes, you got to meet Elijah Wood. That's right.
I got to meet Frodo from Lord of the Rings.
See.
It was awesome.
It was a good day.
He was super cool.
Yeah, he was. He was a
nice.
very sweet guy. They were all. It was really fun. Shout out. I know we got to move on. Shout out to Age of Comics for putting it all together.
Great job,
guys. Over there, guys. Phenomenal job. We are looking forward to the second annual Comic Expo. All right, let's move on to our water cooler. Let's move on to our water cooler chat this morning. This story raising a lot of eyebrows. Not in a good way. Listen to this. A new study says nearly half of all Americans admit to having worn the same underwear for multiple days in a row. The study conducted by the clothing and underwear company Tommy John surveyed 2,000 people. Now, it found 45% of respondents said that they have worn the same pairs for at least 2 days. In fact, 13% of respondents said that they have at least once worn the same underwear for a solid week, 7 days in a row. Results were split evenly, if you're wondering, among men and women. So it's not just a guy thing, it's not just a gal thing. Split down the middle, but gross.
Yes, gross. This is I'm embarrassed for the people that said they went a week.
Yeah. Two things now I do the thing where like the denim, like my jeans, I'll wear them like 3 or 4 wearings before I'll give them a wash. The shirts, I'll once, but absolutely, the socks, and the undies,
and the underwear,
every brand new pair.
Absolutely.
Every day. Well, not brand new pair, but clean pair.
Every day. Absolutely. Now, I will admit that when I was a brand new mommy, there were days that I couldn't remember if I brushed my teeth or the last time I took a shower. So I may have been in a statistic of 2 days.
Mommy brain, sure, exactly.
but now, guys, we got to change those every day.
Yeah. I think the only time that I've kind of, like, if I'm on like a road trip or camping or something.
Maybe camping. Okay, camping. It's acceptable during camping.
Yeah.
Totally.
I think that maybe there have been a couple of times doing that. Like, literally on the road trip, we find just a camp spot, pull over, barely set the tent up that night. I think there was even one night I actually slept in the car because we had like pulled over and we tried to set up camp and it started pouring. We didn't get the tent up in time, so we literally had to sleep in the car that night.
Sure.
So under those kind of things, yeah.
There are circumstances that permit this, but
circumstances.
Moving on. Next, service dogs filling up the seats At the Festival Theatre in Canada, the pups sitting and staying for a showing of Billy Elliot at one of the Stratford Festival's relaxed performances in Ontario. The show, which was specifically designed for theater goers with autism, becoming the perfect setting for these dogs in training to work on their skills. The experience giving the furry helpers good exposure to a different setting with various lighting and sound effects. A spokesperson for the theater says the trainees were all very well behaved, giving them 2 paws up for their theater outing.
It's so funny just seeing the row of dogs sitting there just waiting to see his show.
I love it. I think these dogs are so phenomenal. I mean, they really are hard workers.
Yeah.
The fact that I could never imagine my dog sitting for 2 hours like this in a movie.
I can't get Frankie to sit for 2 seconds.
Exactly. My hat is off to these cute little canines.
Yeah.
I mean, this is amazing.
And it's great that they're doing this, obviously, because they are working, to help them as service animals.
Yes.
That there is major attention that those animals need, and there was a lot of training that goes into it. And the ingenuity for these folks to think, well, we're developing it. First of all, I love the fact that when they develop, we just ran a story about the Natural History Museum last week having days for, for those that have sensory sensitivity and things, those with autism, that other people are becoming more sensitive to that. So there's a theatrical production that is being sensitive to kids that have autism, and maybe that they can reach to them. But then also someone thinking way outside of the box and thinking, this could also help train service dogs.
I love it.
Phenomenal.
I love it. I love that we are, reaching outside of just ourselves into the community, people who do have those very specific needs, that they don't have to be excluded.
Yeah.
They don't have to be excluded. We're bringing them in, with everyone, and I think it's awesome.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the
fantastic.
story.
Yeah, it's great. And then just the photos themselves. So just the dog,
of course.
just the face like right behind the seat.
So
waiting for the show.
You're wondering, are they sitting there like lapping up popcorn?
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's move on to our viewer top talker this morning. We want you to weigh in on this morning discussion. Get paid to quit your day job and follow your dreams. You heard me, guys. Prana, the outdoor clothing brand, is offering $100,000 to one lucky winner, allowing them to quit their job and pursue their dream career. Now, the company recommends applicants show boldness, originality, and passion in a 1 to 3 minute submission video detailing their dream job. Now, the winner will receive $25,000 quarterly while they produce videos documenting their growth and progress toward their goals over the course of the year. Applications are open to all U.S. residents, at least 21 and over, from now until September 16th.
So what we want to know from you, if you were to win this competition, what job would you pursue and why?
So I think that it would be very similar to where I am now. It would just be doing producing documentaries, doing larger scale storytelling. That is something that is still on the sort of the to-do list for me, and something that I really want to pursue. So I think that if I had this, I would invest it in trying to produce, a low budget documentary feature.
Fantastic. I love that. I mean, I agree. I feel so blessed to be doing what we're doing. When I was growing up, I always wanted to be, an actress or in film and TV somehow. And if it wasn't that, some of you guys know I wanted to be in the FBI. But I was considering this morning, and I thought, you know what? I think maybe even more than that, I would love to be a travel host and travel all over the world and just see every place I've never been.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would love that.
Yeah, there's there's another travel show that I'm trying to think of the place. There's actually a woman that has connections to New Mexico. She's an executive producer, and that's essentially, she's got this show, and they just travel all around. And I follow Sylvia's Facebook page, and she's posting all these amazing things, and every time I'm like, you ever need an assistant camera? You ever need, an editor? Just, let me know, Sylvia.
Fill in for you while you're on vacation.
We'll do it. Yeah, we got that covered. Yeah, that would be fantastic. Like getting paid to learn about these experiences, travel all over, meet interesting people, and share their stories. Yeah,
exactly.
So what we'll do is we'll couple that money. You can host it. I'll produce that documentary.
Perfect.
Boom.
Yes.
Let's work on that video.
We're going to take living on the road.
Yeah, there you go, exactly. Well, hit us up on Facebook at New Mexico Living. Share what you would do. You can also find us on Twitter at New Mexico Living. You want to read more about this story, and again, the details on entering the contest, we will have that at NewMexicoLivingLocal.com, so you can head over there, read the full story, and of course, we will share your responses at the bottom of the hour. Up next, when we return on New Mexico Living, delivering quality fashion at an affordable price nationwide. We are sitting down with Macy's to talk about event season and all the fashion trends that come with it.
Plus, becoming a certified yoga teacher, we are sitting down with the Baba Yoga Studio to talk about the program they offer that's helping people learn how to teach with passion, skill, and effectiveness.
Stay with us, guys. More New Mexico Living after this.